Hey everybody, it's Love Pink Lucy. It's been a long time since I've done a video for you, and I'm coming to you with the new Illustrated Faith Goals kit, hashtag goals. Very excited. This one's kind of been like a long anticipated release, and it's already out, and usually I get to do my review and things like that before the release, but this one's come out already, and so I'm still going to do my review for you and do a page. So let's get started. I love the colors if you can see them. Get my light over here a little bit better. I like the colors of this kit a lot. So if I can get the string, there we go. All right, let's see what all is in this sweet little package. As you can see, we're at my messy art desk where all the magic happens. So we get our card, as we usually do, from Shauna, our little welcome to the kit card. And it also has some of the colors on it, as you can see. These are the stamps. I'm going to stick this on the back of here. Stamps. We're just going to go through this really fast. It's got like all the words like hashtag faith goals, hopes and dreams, and then these little geometric shapes, which I'm going to use these today, and they're so cute. Oh my goodness, these are like just a fun little element that can be used over and over and over and over again. So I'll be using those today on the page. This also comes with these cards. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat. And these are the tip ends, or you can do whatever you want to with them. And all of them have the graph, the grid type paper. I can't remember what it's called all of a sudden, but they're all in a different shade. As you can see, like this one's pink, this one's like a turquoise yellow, orange. It's like a purpley gray, and they're all so sweet. And I even thought about on these, if you carry like a traveler's notebook, these would be great to stick in there. I know a lot of people do that. Stick in there and like, oh, have the power of prayer, and you can just write a little simple prayer that or something that you're wanting to meditate on. So these can be used not just for Bible journaling, but for other type of things. Stick them in a card for someone, hand one to someone. You can cut them up, like cut that out, just different things. They're just sweet, precious little elements to use. You don't have to actually use it as a tip in. I don't typically, because I usually do art on my pages, and so I don't usually do tip ins with these. So there's those. These are the good stickers. Look at these. You know I'm always ready for a heart. I put hearts on everything in the world, so I'm all about the love and the hearts, and so I love these. Faith, hope, wisdom, some of the little tabbies. Other words, and if you can see, there's the little geometric shapes again going on right here, and these are stickers too. So they're teeny tiny sweet little baby stickers. Hashtag goals. And this right here, if you don't use it in the journaling, and which is what I might do, I have a notebook in my traveler's notebook that I'm probably going to stick this on, because it has like all my goals for 2018 in it, and I think that would be fun to stick in there. So there's the sweet stickers that we got. And one thing that I'm really loving on this one is the last few of these newer versions of the kit, there was 4 devotional cards, and then you had 4 like other little cards to do stuff with. But this, all of them are what are considered a session. So it's not a week, it's not a day, it's a session. So you can do this all in 1 week's time. You can take time and reflect on it, whatever. But this one is hashtag wisdom goals, hashtag hope goals, faith goals, prayer goals. Look at the confetti. Super fun. Kindness goals, peace goals, home goals, and this one is health goals. So each one, which I'm loving this too, another different little tweak to the kit, is that it has the little, like a little devotion, talks about it, gives you 2 little questions to think about, and then it has the actual scripture written out for you that is going to be the basis of that session, which I really like that a lot. So because sometimes, I mean, I know you're going to be journaling in your Bible, but sometimes it's just fun to just have it right there with you and for you. So, and that's also kind of cool. You can take this card with you and think about it. Like maybe you have to go sit in the car line or something like that with your kids and to wait to pick them up or something. In that respect, you can take this card with you and just sit there and dwell, you know, contemplate what you want to work on or whatever. So I'm really liking that. And last but not least, we cannot forget the washi tape. And it's really pretty. I'm going to stick it on the back of this time. And I love this deep, dark, turquoisey color. I love to paint with it, so I will be doing a page with that color today. So this is what it says. You can see. It's just hopes and dreams over and over again. And it's the turquoise with white writing, and then that real sweet pale pinky peachy color on it. So that is the kit for this month. Now let's do a page, okay? We're gonna do what I've got my my page already prepped for this one. And you know, I usually draw stuff or whatever. And I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to do a little bit of a watercolor thing. So my page is prepped and ready to go. I'm going to keep looking in the phone to make sure you're seeing what I'm doing. Get a drink of water. And I'm going to put this under here because I will be using watercolor and it might get messy. My plan on this page is, excuse me, I'm going to do the hashtag wisdom goals. And I'll just go on and read it to you really fast. God is omniscient, I can't say that, all-knowing, and he is omnipotent, all-powerful. We're told in James 1:5 that if we lack wisdom about anything, that God will generously give us wisdom concerning any situation. He knows our needs before we ask and wants to meet them in measurable ways. We're told that Jesus grew in wisdom. We should be following his example. And then it has James 1:5-6, and then 2 little questions like, what sort of wisdom do you want to walk in this year? What areas of life need God's wisdom? James is my favorite book in the Bible, so I'm super thrilled to be able to do a page in James. In my Bible that is like my study Bible that I don't journal in, it's just like marked up all crazy. So James is like my favorite. Very excited about this one. And so this page, I want to do something that's sort of, I want to do, let's see, let me find one of the stickers to kind of give you a little idea of what I'm going for. I want to kind of do like, see this heart? And it has like the darker shades of the turquoise and stuff like that. I want to go for something along those lines. And I'm going to be using 2 different watercolors today. My go-to Jane Davenport's. And this is one of her glitzy palette. And it has kind of like those shades in it already, which are so pretty. So pretty. And I'm going to use the Bria Reese glitter ink as well. I hope that was like in the video. The glitter ink. And this one is the I cannot pronounce the word. Fehelo. I can never say that word, green. But as you can see, it's like really glittery on the bottom, so I'll shake it up when I'm ready for it. So that's what the page is going to be. Then I'm going to write on this page is going to say wisdom in all things. So that is what I'm going for today. So let's get started on this. I am using my water brush, my Bria Reese water brush. This is the medium tipped one. And so I want to go on and get my page pretty good in green. So I'm thinking that this one right here, the Enchantress, is probably going to be the best one to go with. Let me look in the Brights palette. And I might can add a little bit of the Mermaid to it. If you can see the Mermaid. There's Mermaid. So I'm going to go with Enchantress and Mermaid. Let's start with the Mermaid first, shall we? I'll just hold it so we can see. Get some good stuff in there. And I'm just gonna, can you see it? I'm making sure you can see. I'm just gonna like, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm gonna squeeze out some water on here. I just want it to be just real watercolory and fluid. Like so. We can talk about wisdom while I'm doing this. So you can watch me paint while I talk about this. You know, for me personally, I pray about, Lord, give me wisdom about different things. And I found myself lately, like, really needing wisdom in how to deal with people. I'm finding that even at this stage in life, you think that when you get into your 40s that maybe people might be easier to deal with, and you discover that that's not the case, because people are not always at the same level spiritually, and it makes things difficult sometimes to deal with. So I'm asking God for wisdom in all things. And when I mean all things, I mean in how I deal with people and how I love people. You don't think about that. God gave me wisdom in how to love. And I am someone personally who wants to love everyone regardless of their afflictions in life, their lifestyle choices, their gender, their religion. I just want to love people because, you know why? Because God called me to love them. I want to love them when they're frustrating me, when I don't agree with their political choices and their stance on everything. I mean, when I don't agree with their opinions. And so I think for me, like, when I say wisdom in all things, it means like in that, like how I approach people, because, we should always approach everyone in love, even when we don't like what's going on. It should be done in love, shouldn't it? I mean, that's what the Lord has called us to do. And even when it's hard and we don't feel it, that's even more reason to do it, right? To put aside our own flesh and our own opinion, so to speak, and allow God's love to shine through. I know, like, on social media, it can just get so ugly and frustrating. And I used to always be the person that would jump on things with my opinion so fast, and I know that in doing that I hurt people, and the Lord really dealt with me on that years ago about, Crystal, your opinion is not that important and everybody ain't got to hear it. And so I'm more careful now with the way I approach social media and life in general. I know that sometimes I may not come across as nice as I would hope. But I am a human, and the flesh that can come in and be a booger, can't it? So when I say wisdom in all things, I mean in all things, in the way I approach my life, and the way that I approach love and grace and mercy with people. So that's what I used on that. That's the background so far. And so, like I said, I used, if you want to copy my page, you can do the same thing I'm doing or whatever. I used this is the Jane Davenport Brights palette. I used Mermaid. And then I used the Jane Davenport, this is the Glitzy. This is her newest one, the Glitzy. And I used Enchantress. So those, I'm done with those. Next thing I want to do is use this Bria Reese. I'm shaking it up really good so I can get all the little pretty shimmery glitters in there. Get me a little palette, little paint palette going on. I could put it directly on the page, but I don't really want to do that. So I'm going to just a little dab-a-do-you with this stuff, I promise. So put a little dot. I'll leave that open just in case I need it. And I'm going to take some of this on my water brush and just, oh yes, gorgeous. Just sprinkle it through. I'm going to pick this up and show you guys if you can see if we can see it in the picture, in the video camera. I don't know if we can or not. Can you see that shimmery goodness right there? Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I am obsessed with these glitter inks. I have all of them. Put some right there. I'm just wanting to give it a little bit of, like with this, it's not going to be like, oh my gosh, tons of glitter. I'm just wanting to kind of have it kind of go through. See how I squirt out more water onto my page with my brush? It just gives a little bit more water to move the paints around on it. See how that dark, ooh, that was dark, but I like it because I'm going to just smush it out. Because I want some of this dark on here because I think I'm going to write the words in pale pink, I think. So get some of that glitter going there. Oh, it's so pretty and shimmery. Love it, love it, love it. I don't like to waste anything, so we'll just keep piling this on a little bit till I get rid of all this in my. It's so gorgeous. Love it. Okay. There we go. So that's done. Next, I'm going to dry this so that we can speed up this process, but I always do that anyway. Look how messy I'm getting with all these paints. But I love it. I love it when my hands are colorful with paint. So we're going to dry this with my heat tool. Oh, the paint's so pretty. I was thinking it might be darker. I might do another layer to get it darker. Because I'm thinking about using these and doing them in white. I brought out some white ink to do them with, and so I'm going to want them to stand out a little bit more. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let me dry up some of this extra moisture that's going on here. Let's see. It's crazy goodness on the back. Let me forewarn you though, when you do use the Bria Reese glitter inks, remember it's an ink. Even though I did prep my page, it still does come through. But I don't really mind that. So it's an ink. It's not a watercolor. It's not an acrylic. It's an ink. So it's going to go through the page even though it's prepped. So just forewarn you on that one, okay? So let me dry a little bit more and get another base coat on here. But it once it dries, it's not as bad. You won't see it as bad on the other side. These things are just too yummy to not use. I'll just tell you that. I'm going to get the this kit back out, the Glitzy back out, and I'm going to go with Lorelei, the color Lorelei, which is right here. Let me get some of that going. So I get some more pretty green. Yeah, there we go. Get some Lorelei in here. Just want it to be nice and a little bit darker than it is. I'm just kind of going back and covering up some of the more pale places on the page. Squeeze some of that water out. I need to fill my pen up. Sometimes I forget to look at things like that before I start these videos. Oh yeah, this is better. Get some of that in there. I'm liking the different depths of green. See, it's really easy to do these backgrounds like this. I mean, it just super, super easy. That. And I do want to bring in a little bit more of this green. So, some more of the berries. Ink. Oops. I poured out a little bit more than I planned on, but that's okay, because I'll use it. Anyway. Alright. Let's see if you can see how shimmery it is. Can you see that? Let's put some more here. Here. Okay. There we go. Perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for. All right, now let's re-dry this. I'm going to take this out of here. It's going to take a second. Give me a second to get this all good and dry. Yeah, I'm really liking the different layers of the green. Gonna dry some of it. Pick up some of that a little bit. Okay. I don't know if you can see how it's glittering. I'll stand up so I can see in the video. Can you see how it glitters? That's not water. That's the actual glitter ink. Oh, so pretty. Give me glitter any day of the week. Okay. Make sure it's good and dry. Alright, that's done. We got that dry. So then, I think I'm going to go on and do the little geometric shapes with the, where'd I put them? There they are. With these, I'm going to take these out. Sorry if I'm running long, so I'm about 23 minutes. But I did do the unboxing on this video too, so don't forget that. I did the unboxing as well. So I'll tell you what, when I get through, I'm going to put in here the time that I start the actual page, if you don't want to see the unboxing. So I'm going to use my little stamper, and I have this white ink. We're going to try it. I haven't used this in a long time. So let's see what happens, shall we? I had thought about maybe using white acrylic paint. So, let's see. Oh, perfect. Do you see how perfect that is? Oh, that's exactly what I wanted. Good. Now I don't have to pull out some acrylic paint. So I'm just going to do these like randomly on the page. As usual, my neighbor's dogs are going cuckoo outside. Do you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to just put this on my finger and do it that way, because the, yeah, there we go. Oh, I like that better. Perfect. See, you don't have to use a block if you don't want to. Life is not about rules. Change things up. So I'm going to go do one that's like coming off the page here. I don't want them to be like perfect, so that's why I'm doing this. Now Dottie hears the barking. Yeah, that's pretty. Like it, love it. I just want to keep layering them on the page. Right there. And I'm flipping it up and upside down and stuff. And you see, like, that wasn't the full stamp, which I like that. It's just, it looks almost like little, like we're under the sea almost, doesn't it? And then like these are like little bitty plants. You can just barely see through the water. So I'm liking that look. Yeah. My poor stamp's like completely inked up. I'm gonna do some that's kind of angled a little bit. Angled this way. Yeah, like that. Like it. One right there. In the corner. This is working better without the block. Okay. One more right here. And I think I'm done. Yeah. And I like even how it came out on there, so that's fine. That does not bother me whatsoever. I'll just be honest, I'm not a stamp aficionado. I'm just not. I've never used stamps until I started Bible journaling. So, okay, let me dry this ink up really quick. Because I know this particular ink does not dry very fast. Oh, I love the texture that it gave. Looks really pretty on the page. If you can see it. I have to pull it up and let you see. Okay, can you see how they're just kind of like, they're not very bright, they're faint, which I really like that. I'm really, really, really liking that. So, I'm going to take these and stick these under here so that I can, I have these, they help like keep the page. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I want to write wisdom in all things. So, for me, when I do my writing, I usually always pencil it in. Let me find which pencil I use. These are my favorite pencils to write with, by the way. Almost all of my artwork, I usually use a Papermate pencil. So, I'm going to say wisdom in all things. And this page, I'm not sure if I'm going to do any washi tape or not. I think I'm just going to leave it like this. So, I'm going to... And usually my writing may look a little different than my... I try to use my own handwriting, but we'll see. Wisdom. And I'm going to write this wisdom in a pink I'm going to use this pink acrylic. Wisdom. I love curly Q words and things like that. So, okay, wisdom. In, so we'll put wisdom, and then we'll do in. In. I'm going to do a little eraser her. In. To this. In all. So it's just going to be, this page is just going to be one big splash of words. I'm not going to do any drawing on this one. Do loop-de-loo, my loop-de-loo words. Curls. Do another loop-de-loo. Another curly Q right here. Okay, so that's my, I may not finish this on the video because we're now running after almost 33 minutes. So what I'm just going to show you really fast is what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my acrylic paint and I'm going to write my words with my acrylic paint. Let me find a good brush out of all my brushes over here. And one thing I hate, y'all, if you know me, I hate wasting paint. So a lot of times we'll just dab out of the actual tube and just do like this because I hate wasting. But, so I'm going to show you, and I'm going to go back and thicken the words up, and I'll probably do 2 coats of the paint so that it'll be really bold. My poor brush. This is like one of my favorite brushes, and it's like about had it. It has outlined so many things. I need to go buy a new one. So I'm gonna do just a W so y'all can see what I'm going for. Get some water on there. That's the thing too, when you use watercolor and then you use an acrylic, be sure you're careful with not having too wet of a brush because your base is a watercolor and so it'll move that around. So always be aware of that as well. Like I said, I'm going to go through here and thicken some of the letters up in places. My poor brush, it's like, I need help. And I may even go through and highlight, you know, and give some shadows to the letters. I'm not sure yet. Once things get flowing with me, I don't exactly know where I'm going to end up. I'm not a big page planner. Things just sort of happen, and I love that because I feel like it's the Holy Spirit flowing through you, and he for me in the way I do things. It's not me doing the page; it's really the Lord. That's just how I work, and it's very hard for me to do, you know, a 15-minute page. That's just not in my wheelhouse. So this is my time with Jesus. And so anyway, I will have the finished page on my Instagram, and I will have that linked below, as well as where you can purchase a kit from my affiliate link. And guys, I appreciate you guys buying from my affiliate link because you are really supporting my ministry, and you do not understand how much that means to me. So I'll have the affiliate link down in the links below, and I'll also put the time on here when I start doing the actual page after I do the unboxing, so that if you want to skip ahead, you can go on and do that as well. So anyway, thanks guys for hanging out with me. Sorry it took a little bit longer than normal, but we were doing 2 videos in one, and I hope you all find wisdom in all things as well. Bye-bye.